When we talk about the top fashion brands globally, Gucci is sure to be somewhere on the top of that list. And interestingly enough, the story of the brand's inception is one to be heard. Guccio Gucci was born in Florence, Tuscany on 26 March 1881. His father was a humble leather craftsman, but unfortunately, the family business was not doing too well, and young Guccio was asked to work to support himself. So when he was a teen, he traveled to places like London and Paris, where he worked as a waiter, dishwasher, and concierge. In London, he worked at the prestigious Savoy Hotel as a lift attendant, and it was during this time he observed the style and elegance of many wealthy and famous people who visited the building. He started to paint a bigger picture in his head. He understood what differs quality suitcases from cheap ones and how it affects a design. It's not only the looks of the item that is crucial, but also high-quality materials. Highly inspired, Guccio returned home and started working for his dad's leather shop and later for a luggage company, Franzi, before launching his own business. In 1901, Guccio got married to Ida Calvelli and started a family. After a while, his eldest son Aldo showed some interest in the business and started working with him. In fact, he was the brains behind their logo, the emblem that the whole world not only recognizes but respects today. Two letters symbolizing his father's initials, GG, for Guccio Gucci, were placed one against the other and interlaced. The first Gucci shop was founded in Florence in 1921. In the beginning, his main business was making saddles and other accessories for horseback riders, always crafted from the finest of Italian leathers. The demand for saddles reduced shortly, and he had to adapt to make various other accessories to keep his business running. Soon his business started to flourish and got a lot of attention from the elite and the popular crowd in Italy. They would carry his leather handbags and style his accessories as fashion statements, which helped market his products worldwide. Before he knew it, people from all over the globe came to Florence to purchase his items. Even with all this publicity, he struggled to make a profit and felt he'd have to shut the company down at any point. But he didn't give up and continued the hard work. In 1932, Guccio created the first loafer shoe with a gilded snaffle, the first of its kind which became famous as casual footwear. By this time, the rest of his sons had also joined the company, and they truly believed in expanding the business. So, by 1938, they expanded their business to Rome. Leather was hard to come by in the mid-1930s due to the sanctions against Italy. So Guccio began experimenting with other materials. This led to the first signature Gucci print: small interconnected diamonds in dark brown woven into a tan hemp fabric. At the end of World War II, Aldo Gucci created the brand's first pigskin bag. The material became the fashion house's signature and Gucci's first bamboo-handled bag in the shape of a saddle. In 1951, they further expanded by opening a store in Milan. This was the same year they introduced their famous green-red-green stripe collection. Guccio always believed in keeping the company small and tight-knitted to keep a check on the quality of the products. His sons, however, wanted to cater to the demand for their products in foreign countries and be more accessible to people internationally. Despite many internal arguments, they finally decided to open their first international store in Manhattan, New York. The company was at an all-time high during the 50s, but unfortunately, in 1953, just 15 days after Gucci's first New York boutique opened its doors, Guccio passed away. Despite Guccio's untimely death, his legacy was taken forward by his sons. Their brand had undergone a lot of changes since then. With the change in leadership and their New York store's phenomenal success, his sons decided to expand their brand to more international locations. They diversified their product line by introducing perfumes, clothes, and watches. The decade that followed was a golden era for Gucci, thanks to celebrities like Katherine Hepburn, Elizabeth Taylor, and even Queen Elizabeth II, who began sporting its designs. Guccio's loafer shoe, introduced in 1932, came back into a trend as women suddenly preferred wearing comfortable shoes rather than high heels. This drastically boosted their sales. After Guccio's son Vasco passed away from cancer, the company got into a lot of family feuds. The firm's overall management was transferred from Rudolfo to his son Maurizio in the 1980s. It became a public limited company. Later, it had to be sold to the multinational investment company Investcorp, which bought most of its shares in 1993 until finally going completely public. Today, it's a part of the fashion conglomerate Kering, which French billionaire Francois Pinault controls. It's a company that redefined the luxury market and has a brand value of $22.6 billion. If you enjoyed this video, consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons. It does wonders for the YouTube algorithm, so more people can see our videos and so that you can be notified when we launch our next video. We try and put out at least one new one per week, and as you can imagine, the research and editing alone of these type of videos takes us close to 18 hours. So we would really appreciate it if you could also check out our Patreon. For just $1 a month, you can support our work. We produce over 12 videos per month, so that is literally 8 cents per video. Thank you so much, and we'll see you at our next unmasking.